105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show on your radio. Simply put, how long is it acceptable to go without a shower? A day, 2 days, 5 days, 10 days. The reason we ask is because there's a video, Jeff, going viral about a kid who didn't take or hasn't taken a shower in 19 days. His mom says he stinks. I do think there is some shower leeway depending on your personal hygiene, your BO, things of that nature.
Yeah, I think there's a little give and take. It could be a day, maybe even 2 if you feel that you could get away with it. But you know your own hygiene. But 19 long days without stepping into a shower, it's a bit of an issue.
Well, 828-240-1059. I'd love your opinion. We have something pretty awesome to hook you up with. So let me...
Elida, yeah. So hook you up with some 4-pack to Elida so you can go the corn maze, the whole deal, my friend.
Yeah, for the family. So again, just listen to this. Tell me if you find this acceptable. I don't find this as unacceptable as people are making it.
Please take a shower.
No.
You smell.
I don't care.
It's been weeks.
It's only been 19 days. Why are you being abusive?
I'm not being abusive. You literally smell. You stink.
It's me.
Just take a shower.
No. It's against my religion.
Just take a shower, dude. I'm serious.
No. I'm not showering.
You smell.
I don't care.
You reek.
What do I get out of showering? How does it benefit me?
You smell good. You feel good. You reek. That's disgusting.
Showering wastes the water bill. It wastes money.
We don't pay the water. It doesn't matter.
But still, it wastes money.
Take a shower.
Buying stove.
Take a shower.
You of all people would think this is economical, right?
Well,
I mean, he's talking about not wasting the water bill.
Water bills aren't huge, but 19 days at some point. Don't you smell yourself after 19 days?
Well, and listen, there are smelly people, but I got Dave Hoyt on the phone.
No,
Dave,
just regular.
I'm sorry, Dave. Dave, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say. Back in the day, I had a friend of mine who would come over once a month on the full moon to take her shower.
Once a month? Just like when the moon was full to take her shower, that's it?
That's it. She would leave a ring around the bathtub about 4 inches wide.
So she was did she stink, though? Or was she just dirt?
Well, she had that patchouli stuff on all the time, so she stunk like that.
The patchouli. So she was kind of like a hippie.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That was kind of you to let her, use your tub. Did she clean it at least?
Sometimes. We had to get on her about that. Yeah, we had to get on her about that.
Sometimes she felt bad.
That's a terrible. Do me a favor. Hang on for just 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Who do we have here, Jeff?
Ashley,
a female perspective. What do you think, Ashley?
I think that's gross. You need to shower.
How often?
Every day.
Okay, well, there's people that don't do it every day. Is there any leeway in this at all?
I mean, at least no more than maybe like every other day, but not 19 days.
Okay, so 19 days I feel like might be a little extreme, but like if you aren't sweating every day, you put your deodorant on, you brush your teeth, you do like a wash.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, is it acceptable to go to a weekend without washing, then maybe wash up on Sunday kind of thing, or?
I mean, I can't, but maybe some people can.
do you have children? What would you do if they said to you, "Listen, I'm taking a stand against showering. We're not doing it."
No, they're going to do it. If they're in my house, they're going to shower.
Well, I got to tell you, I appreciate, hang on for 1 second. We appreciate your call. 828-240-1059. I mean, listen, I don't find a problem with you not wanting to shower as long as you don't stink.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I do. I believe there's a little bit of leeway here. You could go a day or two, but 19 days, and he was a little bit of a chunky.
Well, see, that's the other thing, too. And this is the audio one more time if you're just tuning in as to why we're asking how long you can go in between showers.
Please take a shower.
No.
You smell.
I don't care.
It's been weeks.
It's only been 19 days. Why are you being abusive?
I'm not being abusive. You literally smell. You stink.
And
please take a shower.
No, it's against my religion.
Just take a shower, dude. I'm serious.
No, I'm not showering.
You smell.
That's right.
I don't care. shower.
You reek.
What do I get out of showering? How does it benefit me?
You smell good. You feel good. You reek. That's disgusting.
Showering wastes the water bill. It wastes money.
We don't pay the water. It doesn't matter.
But still, it wastes money.
Take a shower.
Buying stove.
Take a shower.
No.
828-240-1059. What do you think?
We get it. We're new. So it's time for you to sound off on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Let us have it. What do you want to say to us? What do we need to know? Call now. 240-1059.
That was The Clash. It's 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, just before 6 o'clock. And Jeff, Mark, he's one of our early listeners, and he said he's very much looking forward to the double or triple scoopies.
Yeah. Can't wait.
He wanted to, listen, today's going to be quite a show.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of Rosie, a lot of fun, but he wanted to weigh in on this topic about Stinky Pete, I called him.
Yeah, well, look, Mark's our 5 a.m. club, and we're talking about a kid, if you're just tuning in, that is going viral for his mom yelling at him because he has not showered in 19 days.
That's right. So, Mark, what do you think about that, huh?
That's just kind of nasty. He's probably growing mushrooms in his armpits or some stuff. I don't know. It's kind of nasty.
You think so?
I could see, like maybe, every 2 days, because I work in a climate-controlled environment, so I don't really sweat a whole lot.
Neither do we.
There's been times I've skipped a day,
Yeah.
Get home from work, I don't smell too bad. I'll look at the wife and say, I'll just take a shower tomorrow, and she'll say, fine. But, going 19 days, or with me personally, anything longer than without showering in 2 days, I start to feel kind of nasty.
Well, Mark, I got to tell you, I don't think it's just mushrooms in the pits, man. I think he's growing moss and things,
he sounds like a dirty boy, Mark?
It gives a whole new definition of the term swamp butt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you better believe it, my friend.
Yes, it does.
Attention, everybody! Rocking the mountains for over 15 years. This is WTMT and WTMT AC1 Weaverville. Woodfin. Classic Rock. 105.9 The Mountain. An Asheville Media Group station.
105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A very good Tuesday morning. But, Jeff, we have Dave on the phone. He wanted to, weigh in on the stinky kid.
Yeah, our big 5 a.m. conversation about the kid who is going viral for not showering for 19 days and him feeling okay with it. So,
What's up, Dave?
Hey, I don't know what to say. I know the reek and the stench has got to be unbearable. I was in the military for 13 years, deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq, where we didn't have access to showers.
Oof.
So you can imagine the sweat and the funk that built up. It got so bad that you intentionally stayed away from one another.
What did you? Let me ask you something. How did you, or when did you shower? Did you use water? Did you use bottles? How did that work?
Water was such a precious resource. We, you try to sit there and collect rainwater or extra little bits of bottled water poured into a sock with some soap. You try to combat the funk, but being stationed on some of the harder to get to FOBs, forward operating bases, it's hard to get resupplied.
Wow.
So sometimes you had it, sometimes you didn't.
Yeah.
But, you would, those care packages that we'd received from the good folks and patriotic supporters in the U.S., you would go back through and use sunscreen, use something to mask the smell and the stench.
Wow. And I mean, it's hot there, isn't it? I mean, you're dying. You're just sweating your butt off, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your clothes get so soaked in sweat and grime, they literally become stuck to you.
Oh.
It's a level of nastiness you never want to recollect or recall, but for somebody to intentionally put themselves through that, having full access to water, to soap, to the commodities of civilization,
You went and fought for it, and the guy won't shower. He can shower anytime he wants. You're over there putting your life on the line. The kid won't shower.
What a pig this kid is. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Dave, thank you. Dude, listen, we appreciate your call. Hang on for just 1 second. We want to qualify you for some tickets to Elida. We really appreciate
thanks
you
for your service, my friend.
Thank you for your service,
Looks like we're heading back over there a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. For those of you who are used to our scoops, don't you worry. I got ice cream. I've decided if I want to give you 2 scoops or something.
Okay, hey, listen.
I'm thinking about it.
That's coming your way, all right? You serve our country, you get on the air. That's just how it works around here, okay?
Coming up, Trudeau. A swole chick.
Coming up, Trudeau.
Maybe.
Serve our country. Coming up, Trudeau. Yeah.
Shut up. It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. Do I want to give you a full serving? Or just a little taste.
Oh, boy. I mean,
it's time
what are we going to do if you just give us a serving or a taste?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just,
Well, I want to shout out, by the way, Dave, who just called. Not only a soldier, but a new listener, new caller. So, thank you for listening to the show. And, hey, if you're still listening, make sure to tell a friend. I appreciate that.
Yeah, chit-chat with your pals.
Tell them that we give scoops out.
Yeah.
And here's your first one.
Let them know you're not drunk.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so our first scoop has to do with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the discussion of Canadian bacon. And what is Canadian bacon? Now, Canadian Bacon, to me, is a movie starring John Candy.
Yeah. Well, that was fitting for him.
He was quite the Canadian Bacon.
He enjoyed some.
So anyway, him and Colbert kind of got into a little kerfuffle.
Really? Why is he on with Colbert? What's he doing here?
Well, I don't know what the heck maybe he was at the UN.
For what?
I don't know, chatting. Maybe he wanted to give Joe a goodbye kissy poo.
Did he?
I don't know.
Well, was it, hopefully it wasn't past 4.
This is what happened.
You have the wrong name for your bacon. That's just a slice of ham, what you guys have got. Yes.
Well, no, we call what you call Canadian bacon, we just call back bacon. Real bacon is in long strips.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I accept your apology.
On behalf of... usually be a safe thing to say because we apologize a lot, but I hadn't apologized for that.
All right.
Now, see, he's making jokes about the Canadian apology, but they call it back bacon.
Back bacon is what it is. So we call it Canadian bacon. It's not. No, it's like the. It's like a
back of the.
It's like
back
a pork
of the pig.
loin from like the back of the pig. Yeah.
So then, theoretically, Canadian. So it's not. I see. I thought he meant like Buffalo Bill, like pieces of your back.
No, but when we get to Canadian bacon, when we see it here, sometimes it's like in a circle and stuff like that. But theirs isn't like the back.
It's not.
Their back bacon looks more like a thin pork loin.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, but here in America, we spin it around, put it in a circle, and make it look...
Screw everybody up.
Right.
Oh, wow. See?
Yeah.
See, this is why...
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Thanks for your visit.
This is... See you later. This is why sometimes triple scoops can be dangerous. It's a lot of information. I'm throwing another piece of information at you.
You're edgy.
I am. I'm real edgy. I'm tough. Anyway, we have somebody who's pretty hardcore, pretty swole. And she ripped her buys and tries. Doing some workout at the box, a.k.a. CrossFit, for those of you who don't know. And if you understood that, then you should stop going to the gym.
Okay, listen. CrossFit's fine. I can't do it. I've never wanted to do it.
Oh, God. Oh, too much.
But when you explode your mind, and this woman's from South Carolina, by the way. So,
yeah, very close.
So I guess she's doing it something. It's called the Murph Challenge. And the Murph Challenge involves 300 squats, 200 push-ups, and 100 pull-ups, and then you run a mile afterwards. Calm down, sweetie.
Okay, here's the deal. You're 5'1" and 87 pounds, okay? You have a perfect 8-pack, okay?
Yeah.
You're in great shape.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah. No need to Murph it, okay?
Yeah.
Don't get, this is... Yeah. Listen to this.
The next day when I woke up, I was really, really sore, and my arms were swollen, and I thought that I was just super sore because I haven't done upper body in a while, and I especially haven't done pull-ups in a while. Like, it's been a couple years. My issue was my arms. They were so swollen. I couldn't straighten out my arms all week. And my hands and fingers were starting to go numb on Friday and tingling. So that's why Saturday morning I went to urgent care, and they immediately just sent me to the ER.
So I'm glad that was funny. The point is though, she was found to have ripped her arms. They in essence exploded the muscles. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, good.
Yeah,
look at you, CrossFit. Oh, you're so in shape.
I got to tell you
Good
something.
for you. Yeah.
I'm rubbing it in everyone's face. So listen, kissy poos from Trudeau. We have a lot coming at you today, so I'm going to halt.
No, you're going to stop it now?
I'm going to halt here.
Okay.
I'm going to halt here, and I'm going to say 2 scoops for you.
You end on the Murph challenge. Everybody knows a Murph, and if you hang out at bars, there's always a Murph that's a bartender.
Brian Murph.
Was he a bartender?
Brian Murphy. He was a bartender at what was it called? Pickles Place. It was called Pickles.
Everybody knows a Murph.
You all know.
And it ain't a workout; it's a bartender.
Well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
Flavor Flav loves love on 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show, 628, and we have to tell you, we're so hooked on love. It's good to hear Flavor Flav's the same. He's hooked on lobster and love.
Yeah, he has had a resurgence of sorts. I got to tell you, he has just been out and about and around. He is just about everywhere. We're getting a heavy dose this past year.
Of Flavin?
Of Flavor Flav.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, he wanted to save Red Lobster. That was cute, right? But then he was on a podcast, and, he believes in the relationship between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Interesting factoid, just a little FYI. Travis Kelce is going to retire at the end of the year and be the coach of the Cincinnati Bearcats, where him and his brother Jason went to college to play football. It's going to be weird.
No, he's not.
They said yesterday.
He's not.
I'm telling you, that's what they said.
Well, he parties too much to do that. One. And
well, that's what I mean. He'll hang out with the college kids.
There was talk there was trouble in paradise. All right, she wasn't at the game. And he had a terrible game.
Well,
so,
it's interesting you say that, because coming up later we have Eddie Money's 2 tickets to Paradise. So maybe that's just what they need, a little ticket to Paradise. And that first ticket is the beloved Flavor Flav. Listen to what he said.
So I think they're going to be together for a while. I hope they do. And if they get married, I want to be the preacher.
Oh,
yes, I would love that.
Yeah, I want to be the preacher. I want to be the one that marries them.
Yes, I love that so much.
I'm going to throw that out there at them, too. Yeah. You're the first one to hear this.
What a gift.
Wow. First off, breaking news.
Okay, first off, if you don't like the idea, darling, just tell him the idea sucks, and I think you would suck at it. Just because he says it doesn't mean that you have to agree constantly just because he's sitting in front of you. Just tell him, I think that would be a horrendous idea.
I think you suck.
And also, I don't find you very talented. And I really believe that they would absolutely tell you, not only are you not invited, but the answer is no, stay away from us, please. Right. Okay?
Yeah, just that is true.
Be honest with the man here.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, here's my thought, though. Flavor Flav, I think, would bring a lot of levity. I like the clock around the neck. I like the top hat. I think he razzles. I think he dazzles. I think he would bring an extra element.
The Kelce's bring enough craziness. I think it'll be fine between the both of them.
Jason just drinks a lot of beer.
They both drink. So they're both...
All right. So be it. Flavor Flav doesn't bring the added level of excitement?
No, I don't need him. I'll have the Andy Reid hamburger bar. I'll have all kinds of things. I could get really
you didn't tell me there was going to be an Andy Reid hamburger bar.
Well, that's because the thing. You're so concerned about Flavor Flav being a part of this wedding, you're not giving me a chance to create it for you.
All right, I'm sorry. So, Andy Reid's having a burger bar. Is he wrestling? Is he doing some catch-up wrestling?
No, he's too old to wrestle. He's not wrestling. You see him walk lately? Okay.
That's true.
All right, he's got ground beef legs. He's having a rough go when he stomps around.
They look like 80-20 Chuck.
Yeah.
This is just a friendly reminder that your favorite local radio station, 105.9 The Mountain, the Rizzo and Jeff Show and podcast are always going to be free and available to you any place podcasts are found with no extra or hidden fees. We pay enough for them. It's our gift to you. Laughter and great music in the car.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show on your radio.
What happened over
You want
there?
to know what happened over there?
Yeah.
My microphone literally just fell down, so I'm going to do this whole break holding this microphone.
Look at
it's
you.
just a little.
Look at you. You look like you're Michael Buffer announcing a boxing match.
I'm holding the micro. Hold on, wait.
There you go. You're announcing a boxing match.
All right. Anyway, this is ridiculous. All right. Anywho, a couple of things. One, your first shot of $1,000 coming up in right around 8 between 8 and 8:15. And also, a lot of people have been writing, do you guys have a podcast? Yes, we do. Just search Rizzo and Jeff or go to 1059themountain.com. Now, we want to help motivate you this morning, okay? Now, it's going to take me about 3 minutes and 25 seconds to fix this microphone. So as I do that, we want to give you the motivating words of Stephen Baldwin.
Oh, Stephen Baldwin will motivate us.
Yeah, Stephen Baldwin's going to motivate us.
I look for, when I think about motivation, I look for the Baldwins. When I'm looking for the one, I'm dodging a bullet. But this one,
Steve, yeah.
All right, I'll be motivated by Steve.
Now, let me ask you something. Should I? Because I have to hold this and then move these pods in just a second here on the radio board for your sound. Do you think I should hold the mic like this for the rest of the show?
No. I don't think ittle be. You're gonna fix.
We got Baldwin motivation.
You repair that, Tim the Tool Man.
You ever wanted to be motivated? Right here on 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. When you're listening to the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Well, the Rizzo and Jeff Show wants to motivate you, and none a better motivator hath been created on God's green earth than Stephen Baldwin. Justin Bieber's father-in-law, Haley's dad.
Yeah. I don't know if did this come out because of all the Diddy stuff, and he's trying to motivate. Is he trying to be silly?
Well, I think what he's trying to do is explain that while there may not be a storm, brewing right now, that you always have to prepare for the storm, and then the storm will end, but then you have to prepare for the other storm that's coming, because after the calm, before the storm, but before the storm happens, after the last storm.
Well, don't give away his whole thing.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm so sorry.
So this is cryptic, is what you're saying, coming from Stephen Baldwin.
No, it's very wise.
Okay.
All right. I just want you to hear it. We're here to motivate you on the Rizzo and Jeff Show this Tuesday.
You have heard the expression, the calm before the storm.
Mm-hmm.
There is always a calm before the storm, but then so is there another calm after the storm. There's a calm and then a storm and then another calm. And in that latter calm is the preparation for the next storm.
So you see, it's about the latter calm, right?
So
and then
basically, he's saying you just go through a bunch of storms and calms and storms and calms. I mean, that's basically all I got of it. No, was he serious or was he screwing around?
Oh no, this is him preaching. And I believe he was speaking to Justin and Haley and everyone, and he's just trying to give them advice about how to be a super celebrity. I mean, nobody's quite as famous as Stephen Baldwin. Justin Bieber's close, I guess. But, I mean, he knows about the storms and how you have to weather them, and I think this is motivating to me.
Well, you know what it is? Because the video came out about, there was something about how Diddy spent 48 hours with Bieber, and then all these videos start to come out of them together, and here he is. I'm looking at a photo of Bieber with Diddy at a party with booze when he was like 13.
What?
And so something must be out there. Something's got to be coming.
Are you saying like a foot? Something must be afoot?
Something is happening, and there's footage of something, I think with Bieber involved in this.
Okay, this is what's weird, because then you have, I think it was his niece saying that he's selling his freak-off videos for like, what is it, like $500 million or something like that?
Nobody's buying those.
I mean, if Bieber's, depending on the celebrities, you could have a lot of blackmail. I think she started it like this.
You gonna hear about my party?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think it's
now P. Diddy was my.
Oh no!
Wow, you're just giving all the juice.
I can't. It's Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin's got you all over the place.
He's got me all over the place today.
Yeah.
All right, moral of the story.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in, allow us one more time to motivate you. If today seems like a stressful day, okay, just know that there's calm and storms and then more calm.
You have heard the expression, the calm before the storm. There is always a calm before the storm, but then so is there another calm after the storm. There's a calm and then a storm and then another calm. And in that latter calm is the preparation for the next storm.
That's it.
All right. Thanks a lot, Magic Mushroom.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Wow.
Dude, do any more drugs?
Yeah.
Hey, it's the radio. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Wouldn't it suck if you had to pay for me? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. All this great music and the laughs, or tears, depending on where you land, on the Rizzo and Jeff Show, we'll never charge you to listen. We pay for enough stuff. We just want you to laugh and keep rocking. The Rizzo and Jeff Show.
It is 105.9 The Mountain. Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, 7:08. And before we get to the JNN, just a quick reminder. Number one, the Rizzo and Jeff Show can be found anywhere podcasts are found. But number two, Jeff, $1,000, your first shot at it, brought to you by our good friends at Blossman. Your first chance at that classic cash coming up at between 8 and 8:15.
Yeah.
I don't want to give an exact time because you call me Timmy Time.
Oh, you don't need. You could tease people. You're pretty much timely. But between 8 and 8:15, you're going to get the keyword and you're going to enter it. 1059themountain.com, okay?
But it's time for the JNN, brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com. It's hard to stop a train.
The JNN. No longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So research was done at the University of California, Santa Barbara, that says that men's brains shrink by 8 p.m. Okay?
Shock.
Do you believe that your brain, do you slow down by 8 p.m.?
8p. 8p. I'm like, hey, I'm either asleep or half asleep watching The Simpsons.
Yeah, I know.
I got baby hands propping me up saying, hey, I need your help. I'm like,
I know. Wasn't I sent a video yesterday of you just propped?
It's funny. Yes. Yes. For those of you who don't know or are new to the show, my fiance, who I call Baby Hands, sent Jeff a video of me propped up watching Frasier crying. I was crying because it was so funny, but I was half asleep.
Right.
So, yeah, my brain shrinks. I bet you my brain shrinks probably like 2.
I'll tell you what. You were sitting there. You look like President Carter. You were just... You were there hanging out. But, yeah, so they say that your brain shrinks, okay, for men, and then by the time you get up in the morning, it kind of does like this reset in a sense, where it comes back together for you and everything. So like at night,
if we get up at 3.
Well,
does it ever get
no? Because
better?
Most normal human beings don't get up at 3 o'clock. Okay, all right. So it's like a hormone imbalance in a sense. So with us, you could get mood swings. Yeah, okay, low libido. That's just different things
Tiger
that we
bites.
deal with. Yeah, all of it. So
low T.
So any plans, fellas, guys that work, normal jobs and somewhat normal hours, just know by 8 p.m. if you're feeling a little slow-minded and you're just sitting there watching SpongeBob or the Simpsons or what is it? What is South Park reruns?
Yep, I'm waiting for Family Guy.
Because the brain shrinks. Okay.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
A Japanese man has a gig that, and they're always ahead of us. I tell you this all the time.
I'm with you on the Japanese.
110%. So what he does, as $100 a day per person, he will rent himself out as a professional friend.
Oh, this is brilliant.
He makes himself over $80,000 a year.
What are we doing wrong?
He calls himself the do-nothing man, but he really does do stuff. He's a soft-spoken 40-year-old guy, and literally what he will do is that you will rent him for the day. Say you want to go grab lunch. He's there with you. You would like to go see a movie, maybe go shopping. Whatever it may be, for $100 a day. If you're desperate, you need a friend, he's there for you.
Okay, here's where I call BS. Math doesn't add up. $100 a day, 365 days a year. Put 2 zeros. That's $36,500.
He could do 2 or 3 a day. So that's what he's saying. You don't get it for the whole day.
Right. Okay, so it's $100 per hangout.
Right, yeah, right. So he will not do no hanky-panky.
Oh, he will not make love.
Right.
Well, what does he say? Hanky-panky or making love? Because what if he wants to make love?
Well, it doesn't matter. He's not in it for this, okay? But he will, if you're lonely and you have social anxiety and, you curl up in a ball because it's Tuesday and the moon retrograde is whatever it is.
In Saturn.
He will be there for you. Maybe you walk around with rocks in your pocket. I don't know, but he'll be there for you if you need a friend.
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
If mine would answer his phone.
Yeah, and listen.
If mine would answer his phone, okay?
My text message is, yup, sure, sounds good.
See ya!
They're my responses.
I know.
All right, so this is creepy.
I know.
Right, I remember this Diddy video. And the more that these videos come out and as things unfold, the creepier things get. Okay, and I'm sure over the weeks there's more coming up that we have. But there's one that has a lot of people creeped out. So Diddy fans, I'm not sure if he has any left, they're worried about this girl that he claimed he had adopted. Now, there was a viral video that kind of, at the time, people were a little weirded out about, but you thought, okay, that's pretty cool. So Diddy said that he legally adopted this little girl named Ava.
Okay.
And in 2020, he did a video, and he was on Instagram Live, and he said he adopted her, and she's this white girl, because he wanted her to have a cultured life. Okay.
Makes sense.
All right, whatever. We don't know what she's going through at the time. We didn't know about all this. In the video, he gave her a smooch on the cheek.
Okay.
And he said he adopted her with her mother's permission.
Okay.
And that she tells a story about how she was, quote, on the streets before, quote, Papa Combs decided that he was going to be a caring man.
Big Papa Puff.
That's what she said. She said Papa Combs. And then there's like this video of like her in like this little dress and and the other daughters and this other girl. I don't even know where she's from. And they're just like holding puppies. And I don't know why they're dressed like ballerinas. It's just so, when you're looking at it, it's just so. It's weird now.
See, everything in context. You know, at the time you don't think much of it. Like, for example, coming up in just a few minutes, we are actually going to kind of unpack a little bit of Papa Combs, because he invited someone over to his house, and we want to explore how that would affect and change all this.
Yeah.
Maybe Papa Combs could have,
Well, first off, where did he meet this woman, and why
on the streets?
Why is
he on the streets?
Why is little Ava over at his house? It's very bizarre. Yeah. Yeah,
I like that she calls him Papa Combs.
Yeah, I'm sure he liked it too.
Shut up, man. Okay. Come on, man.
All right.
If you live in Weaverville, Woodfin, Anka, Black Mountain, Asheville, Fletcher, look, if you can hear this, we're trying our best to help them, and hey, it's gotten better, right? A little? Well, there's some music coming too. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, The Rizzo and Jeff Show. 7:24. And on the Rizzo and Jeff Show, we like to inform. As a matter of fact, we just got done with the JNN, the Jeff News Network. Now, Jeff, you mentioned in one of your news stories something about, was it Papa Combs?
Yeah. Diddy and his supposedly adopted this girl, and she called him Papa Combs, but it comes to find out that that was not the case, that she's not adopted. Yeah, very, very bizarre, but I'm sure that she was privy to a lot of the freak-offs.
Well, and here's the thing. These freak-offs are what I guess used to be referred to as his infamous parties. Now, there was a very, very special guest invited to the freak-off, and we're really going to delve deep into this, Jeff. We got it because I think it would change the outcome of said freak-off.
Yeah, well, when you hear this and who was invited to this particular person,
how can you not change your mind about what could have been?
Well,
that's where I'm at.
Well, you can, and you might, but it just goes to show you that there's no rhyme or reason to who Diddy invites to any of the parties, and you'll find that out coming up.
As a matter of fact, you're absolutely right. So why don't you do this? Let's get the apologies out of the way now. All right.
A lot of people would probably have apologized if this one got in to the party.
We're gonna tell you you won't believe it. Trust me. Could it be reckless abandon, lack of empathy for humanity?
All those.
It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on your radio. It is 7:29. And like I said, the Rizzo and Jeff Show likes to inform, but this is something that we just kind of have to just tell you. So here's the situation. First off, we're about 36 and a half minutes away from that first shot at $1,000 at the Classic Cash Contest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we all know what's going on with Diddy. Everybody knows. It's been all over the news. Diddy, or you might know him as Puff Daddy or Daddy Combs, used to have these parties. Everyone wanted to know. Leonardo DiCaprio. Who do you think of?
Yeah.
Chris Brown. You think of these big-time celebrities,
yeah,
right?
Big-time celebrities. You see the list of them, whatever they were called, freak-offs, whatever it might have been. But generally, the people that were invited there, I saw a photo of Sarah Jessica Parker, Matthew Broderick, somebody. There you go. There's an 80s flashback.
There you
go. Them together. They're a couple. We've seen. So, yeah, he loved Leonardo DiCaprio, so that was his favorite guest for, I'm sure.
Well,
I'm sure he, rolled him right on in there at the ripe age of 18 to the parties. But, so those types of people were the ones that are invited for this.
Right? You're thinking like top of the top, top of the pops.
If things go down, they would be people that you'd say, okay, I'd be game for this.
Exactly. So anyway, for those of you, this was a piece of audio that came out yesterday about, this is Diddy kind of explaining his parties.
You're going to hear about my parties. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. Whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but break it down, generation barriers. People from all walks of life. It just goes on and on. It's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together.
Now I want you to remember that last wording. Here it is.
It's like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. So
all right.
So we're thinking freak-offs, craziness. It's about what he's saying there because he's basically telling you, look, these
people from all walks of life.
We're gonna get locked up for these parties. Wild, crazy stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, New Year's Eve, 2023.
Oh, is it 2-3?
2-3. That was 23. An invite goes out from Sean Puff Daddy Diddy Combs to his neighbor on Star Island.
Let's see if somebody can pick up the voice of who this could be.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, P. Diddy was my neighbor on Star Island. Although I only met him once, he did invite me to his New Year's Eve party, which I believe everybody was wearing white, but we didn't know. And we had on like sweatpants. We didn't get in. They didn't let us in. The doorman were like looking at us and I'm like, no, he invited me yesterday. I live right there. Well, the next day he called and he felt so bad that he rented out the Regal Cinema for me and my family to see any movie we want the entire day in any theater whenever we wanted, which was so unbelievably over the top and extraordinary,
So, again, 828-240-1059. We have tickets to Elida.
Yeah.
4-pack. Great activity to do with the family in the fall. This person was invited to Diddy's Freak-Off. Do you know who it is? One more time.
Now, P. Diddy was my neighbor on Star Island. Although I only met him once, he did invite me to his New Year's Eve party, which I believe everybody was wearing white, but we didn't know. And we had on like sweatpants. We didn't get in. They didn't let us in. The doorman were like looking at us and we're like, I'm like, no, he invited me yesterday. I live right there. Well, the next day he called and he felt so bad that he rented.
Here's the thing. She didn't name drop.
Okay.
She didn't name drop.
Everybody gets let in to a Diddy party. How could this person get turned away?
And when we tell you when we come back her experience, okay, because she has experience more than you think. As a matter of fact, I harken back to 1994, I believe the year was, Jeff. Good year. 828-240-1059. If you think you know who Diddy invited to his freak off.
And who got turned away?
Who got turned away, all right? And then when we come back, we're going to discuss who that is. And then
what that party might have been like if she got invited in.
Oh, there you go.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
It is 105.9 The Mount, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Talking about P. Diddy and his freak-offs, Jeff. And we had a special guest.
Yeah, he had a special guest that was turned away. We played the audio of the woman, and it was for one of Diddy's freak-offs, and we wanted to see if anybody could pick up on who that was and who got turned away.
And, we think we have somebody here. Who do we have? Anna, you said?
Anna, yeah.
Anna, good morning.
Yeah. Morning.
How are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Good. So who do you think was invited to the freak-off there?
Is it Martha Stewart?
It was not Martha Stewart. Did that sound like Martha to you?
I don't know. I thought so. I have another idea, but I probably only get one chance.
Well,
look,
I'll tell you what. I mean, should we give her another? We have other people on the phone. I mean, what do you want to give her another go, or do you want to put her on
we
hold?
have Donna. We got to keep it fair.
We got to keep it fair. All right.
Okay.
So all right. I appreciate
Martha's
your call. All right. Let's go to Donna. Donna, who was invited to the freak off that couldn't freak off?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Now, Donna, let me ask you a question. How would Rosie O'Donnell have affected or changed the culture of the freak-off?
Yeah, how would she have fared in the freak-off?
Gosh, that's kind of scary.
Scary thought, isn't it?
Yes, that's too scary to even think about this morning.
Donna, isn't it crazy that Diddy had no regard for who he invited to these freak-offs? It didn't matter. There was no rhyme or reason.
Doesn't matter.
The door opened. You were allowed in. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's scary.
Well, and here's the thing. She was the only person to ever be turned away from a freak-off, and it was because she was
wearing jogging clothes.
Jogging pants to the freak-off.
Well, that sounds nice.
Look, easy in and out.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
She came ready to party.
Didn't she though?
Oh, yes, she did. Do me a favor, Donna. Hang on for just 1 second. Don't go anywhere. You are absolutely qualified for those tickets to Elida for guessing Rosie. Coming up though after Journey. I'm going to tell you why not only she would have fit this party, Jeff, but I have evidence to back it up.
Wow. Okay, this is some bold stuff. Rosie O'Donnell at a freak-off.
But the evidence to show that she was ready to freak off.
Okay, all right.
After any way you want it. Which, considering the circumstances, Jeff, is a perfect song to segue us into the Rosie O'Donnell Diddy freak-off situation.
Well, that's Rosie's motto.
There it is.
Any way you want it.
It's 105.9 The Mount, Nashville's classic rock. $1,000 coming your way soon. It is 105.9 The Mount, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. That was Journey. Any way you want it. The motto for Rosie O'Donnell, who was invited and then turned away from Puff Daddy or P. Diddy's or Diddy freak-offs or parties. And if you're just tuning in, this is what we asked you. We said, who identify this person?
Now, P. Diddy was my neighbor on Star Island. Although I only met him once, he did invite me to his New Year's Eve party, which I believe everybody was wearing white, but we didn't know. And we had on like sweatpants. We didn't get in. They didn't let us in. The doorman were like looking at us and we're like, I'm like, no, he invited me yesterday. I live right there.
So,
maybe he was preparing for Rosie. That's why there was so much baby oil.
Well, here's the thing. They turned her away at the door. And obviously, he was very upset when he found that out.
Well, yeah.
Now
that one got to him the most.
It did.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he rented out a whole Regal Cinema for it. Now, I wanted to take this just a little deeper, because you think to yourself, I think it was Donna. Was it Donna who said, "Oh, that's just a scary thing to think about"? Right?
Yeah. Donna did say that.
Donna said that. And Donna, as much as I love you for listening, I think you're wrong. As a matter of fact, Rosie probably would have been great, and I have some evidence to back that up. Jeff, let me take you back to the summer of 1994, Blockbuster.
Don't push it. Are you talking about the store where you could purchase it and rent it?
No, I'm talking about the Blockbuster movie.
Okay.
Exit to Eden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody ever see this, Pumpy?
Exit to Eden, for those of you who don't know, starred Rosie O'Donnell, the famous actress and talk show host. But she was an undercover cop who had to go undercover in a very, special way. Okay, here's the preview.
Two of LA's straightest cops.
I gotta get a bikini wax.
Just stop telling me about that disgusting female stuff.
Are going undercover to the last place on earth they should ever go.
Ow!
They're out of place.
How can I fulfill your fantasy?
Go paint my house.
And on the strangest case of their lives.
Cuffers!
I don't have any cuffs.
We're the only two people on this island without handcuffs.
Exit to Eden.
They're talking about you all over the island.
Hi there, big boy.
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 14th.
So, Rosie O'Donnell was in Exit to Eden. Basically, she was a dominatrix, I believe.
Yeah, undercover cop is a dominatrix. Yeah. And first, I think the beginning of that, I kind of heard in the background said she had to get a bikini wax.
Two of LA's straightest cops.
I gotta get a bikini wax.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Hear
okay,
that.
just want to make sure I picked up on that. All right.
So,
anybody got their Ryobi? Electric lawnmower.
So then I say to myself, well, wait, this can't be the only thing that Rosie could contribute to the party. So then I delved a little deeper into her Exit to Eden experience.
Yeah.
What she would have brought to the freak off.
Well, we went to the store called Trashy Lingerie out in L.A., and they had the owners of the store there, and they were fitting you, because they're custom made. They make them to fit your body. They don't just pull it off a rack. And
by the way, if you haven't seen Exit to Eden, she wears lingerie most of the movie.
Yeah, so you're telling me they don't have lingerie to fit you on the rack, Rosie? Is that what you're saying? So they just told you they're going to custom make it.
That's about what they said.
Okay.
All right, continuing on. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, we went to the store called Trashy Lingerie out in L.A., and they had the owners of the store there, and they were fitting you, because they're custom made. They make them to fit your body. They don't just pull it off a rack. And so I was standing there all self-conscious, and the man who worked there was this huge man with a vest and like this S&M and the woman was like very happy with her physique, and she was by no means modelish, So I started to feel a little more comfortable, and then after I put it on, I thought, this is kind of good.
If I had to say one thing about it, Rosie O'Donnell is the best reason to see it. Rosie, it's great being with you.
Thank you, Bobby.
And
say hi to the people at the Galleria.
All right.
All right.
I'll tell Rosie wants to come back.
And I want Doubletree, those chocolate chip cookies. Did you ever stay there, the Doubletree?
No.
They're great.
It's enough to make me want to.
Doubletree chocolate chip cookies.
So she devolves from lingerie to.
All right. I'll tell him Rosie wants to come back.
And I want Doubletree, those chocolate chip cookies. Did you ever stay there, the Doubletree?
No.
They're great.
What's happening?
Basically,
what is happening with her? What is she talking about?
Why is she talking about in a movie about her being a cop in lingerie eating cookies at the Doubletree?
Yeah. All right.
Moral of the story is, she would have made a great addition to the Freak Off. Listener court's coming up. We got $1,000 coming
Moral of the story is, Diddy was wrong about a lot of things. I think he was right on this one.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. One loves Frasier, and the other's still into wrestling. Who's who? Find out more interesting tidbits about them every morning, right here on 105.9 The Mountain. It's time for Listener Court. Kind of like Kramer and Kramer, but not as good. Or educated, or without real lawyers. Okay, it's just Rizzo and Jeff, and they're kind of upset about something and need your help. Listener Court begins now. Court is in session on 105.9 The Mountain.
How do you put in your dishwasher? Load it. It's on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook. It is the Rizzo and Jeff Show right here at 105.9 The Mountain, 806. That $1,000 keyword coming up very, very shortly. But may I submit to the jury that me and baby hands have been having quite the tension, I guess you could say, in our home.
Yeah, your lady.
Me and my lady, for those of you who do not know, because she thinks that you just arbitrarily put your silverware in face down. That doesn't make any sense, because are you there to clean the handles, or are you there to clean the actual things that are dirty? You eat a spoon, you don't put it face down, you put it face up so it gets clean. I mean, that's at least what I would think, right? Apparently, that's not the prevailing thought of her or of a decent amount of people. And this seems to be a problem in not just mine, but a lot of relationships.
So you're saying handle down.
So think about this. You're holding a knife, you're holding a fork, you're holding a spoon. And see, I don't understand why she just puts them in the dishwasher face down. No, you put the handle down so that the knife is up. Or if you're looking at the dishwasher, you have the fork spokes, right? You have the fork going up.
Handle down.
Right. You have the spoon up. Because then it washes it, Jeff. You know what I mean? That's why I don't comprehend why this is even an issue. And then last night we're sitting there for 45 minutes going back and forth about it.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you are a big staunch believer that you think that handle down is the way that you need to go when you're washing utensils in the dishwasher. Yeah.
That I know. And as a matter of fact, I just pulled up to help my argument that 78% of Americans have had an argument over dishwasher usage. The most common thing is how should spoons and other silverware be placed in those arguments. And most people do say that they should be placed down, faced down. And that is not only wrong.
Okay.
I mean, that's ridiculous. So 828-240-1059. Listener Court brought to you by our good friends at VooDoo Brewing. I have Travis on the phone here to kind of kick things off. Travis, good morning here. What do you think?
Yeah, well, the fact of the matter is handles. If it has a handle, it does not go into the dishwasher. So if it's a knife with a handle, it does not go in, number one. Number two, never put spoons right behind each other because it won't properly clean. So you got to do one spoon facing up, one spoon facing down.
So what you're saying is you don't put them down at all?
You put one down and then one up so they don't block the water or the detergent from cleaning the spoons properly.
Oh, God,
so you rotate them.
Travis, that's so much work. Just throw it all in. Sheesh.
See,
my wife throws it all in there, and they're never clean. I take my time and do it right.
So
okay.
There it is. See, you're doing it the right way. Okay. That's the right way to do it. See, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much for your call this morning, okay?
Yes, sir. Love the show. Thanks.
Oh, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. All right, 828-240-1059. There's one. What do you think? Do you put them up? Do you put them down? Do you rotate them like Travis? More of your calls and comments coming up next. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock.
It's time to pass your ruling. So put on your best Judge Judy or Night Court hat and call now. 828-240-1059. One of these guys is going home unhappy. The ruling is next on 105.9 The Mountain. It's time for Listener Court. Rizzo and Jeff have a problem they need help with, and you decide the outcome. Sort of like when you were caught speeding on 26, but it wasn't your fault. Kind of like that, except one of them is really in the wrong. Okay, it's just Rizzo and Jeff, and they're kind of upset about something and need your help. Listener Court begins now. Court is in session on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show at 8:14. Do the handles go up or face down when placing in the dishwasher?
Yeah, this seems to be an argument that goes on in a lot of households, and on the Facebook, it's really back and forth. Rizzo is of the belief, and this is an argument last night that happened in his house, that you go handles down.
Correct.
So you're a handles down guy because you believe, as a dishwasher works, the only way that you could get anything cleaned possibly
is if it's facing up.
If it's facing up.
Yes.
There's water that comes in from the bottom as well, okay? So I thought to myself, who could be best to join me during this court case, okay, as the fact that, it should be, handles up. And I have your lady, Baby Hands, on the line with us right now.
Oh, great. Hello?
you sound so thrilled to talk to me?
Because I know that you guys are going to gang up on me, to be honest with you.
Do you want a hug?
No, but I would like you to explain, first off, because you said that I explained it terribly. All I'm saying is you put the handles face down so that the ends face up. I don't know.
Right, so he's going handles down, baby hands. Why handles up?
Okay, handles up, Jeff, and also Rizzo. Take a breath. You sound like you're in distress. I'm a little concerned, so we'll get through this all together. Okay, nobody's ganging up on you, but Jeffrey and I, we know how to cook, right? So we also know how to clean. It's obviously handles up, and you do a little bit of rotation, like that other guy said. Because I'm one of those weird people that I read the manuals of every single appliance in my household. And you know that spinny thing at the bottom of the dishwasher? Anything closest to that is going to get the most, suds action, cleaning action. That's why you can only put certain things on the top rack. So I'm with Jeff on this one.
Handles up.
Okay, and that's the other thing too. The spinny thing doesn't really matter. And again,
spinny thing is everything.
The spinny thing isn't.
Yes.
So that the spinny thing hangs underneath of the top thing. Therefore, it should go handles in the hole with the thing sticking up.
Well, listen, it's the spinny thing's on the bottom.
No, it's not. It's underneath of the thing.
And if you can't take a knife out without cutting yourself, then that's your own problem. Okay, just be careful when you're doing it. So it's we're telling you, all right. It's handles up.
I disagree, but I appreciate you weighing in this morning. Thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been a joy. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. I love
all over a dishwasher.
Right. This is why, though, Jeff, because the spinny thing you're referring to is underneath of the top thing. Therefore,
no, it's not.
That's why you put the pans on the bottom. You put, and then you get the spinny do at the top.
The spinny do. This is why we have to leave these pressing issues to the people that listen to the show. When you put your silverware in the dishwasher, it's real simple right now on the show.
It's really not.
Is it handles up or handles down?
828-240-1059. Please, I already have one guy with me. Handles up, handles down.
It's up to you. Don your best black robes and call us. You are the judge and jury. 828-240-1059. Who do you think is right? Who will win? Next on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. 8:26. Hopefully you were listening for that word. Your next shot coming up at 11 a.m. For your next shot of $1,000. Classic Cast brought to you by Blossman. But Jeff, we're in the middle of listener court. And listener court, very simple. Handles up or handles down when it comes to putting utensils in the dishwasher. This was an area of contention. You thought bringing on my significant other, fiance, baby hands, as I call her, would help the case. And we got some people on the phone. But, Jeff, I'm running away with it on the Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you seem to think that you just put stuff in and hope it gets washed. That's not how you wash.
Yeah. So, look, you're a handles down kind of guy.
I am.
A handles down guy. She believes handles up. Somebody texted in and said, this is the stuff that broke up Bennifer. Okay.
It is.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. I mean, this could be the end. So, yeah, I postulate the question out there. Like you said, handles up or handles down. Which is it when you put utensils in the dishwasher? That's simple.
Now, it's we have Kim on the phone, and Kim actually says she's going through this currently in her own home. So I'm just going to give you the floor, Kim. Thanks for calling. Again, 828-240-1059 is the number. Good morning, Kim. What do you think?
So I have to say, I've questioned this myself many times. Like, which way do I want to do it?
Mm.
But just a thought that nobody said, I find interesting, that when it's handles down, which is how we're doing it right now at home, even though we've switched back and forth on this, then when you go to put the clean dishes away, you're touching the fork, you're touching the spoon. So you're putting your germs where someone else is going to eat.
I get it, but can't you wash your hands?
Well, yeah, I do wash my hands, but it still seems every day when I put the dishes away, I think, I'm touching everything. So I don't know which way's right. I just wanted to put that thought in there.
But you're leaning handles up.
Presently, we're handles down. We did.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I like it. I like it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We got Charlie. What do you got, man?
What do you got, Chuck?
Handles down.
Handles down. Wow.
That way when it is drying off and it runs down, it's going to run on your clean parts you want to put in your mouth, not in your hand.
But my point is, my friend, with the spinny do thing at the top, does it not spin it and clean it? You want the thing that you need clean facing up, not down in a hole.
Well, that's why he said handles down.
Yes. That way when it's drying off, what's on it, it's going to go down to the handle instead of keeping the blade clean.
So then, if I am correct, and I appreciate you weighing in this morning, thank you, my friend. Thank you for listening. Is that two people right in a row?
That is
for
two
me?
people. That's two people right in a row.
Handles
for you.
down in the dishwasher.
Now look, Kimberly was a little on the fence, but she said right now they're doing handles down. She's unsure, but they're doing handles down.
This is an argument in their household that they just can't seem to get over.
And then Charlie Boy says handles down too.
Well,
all right.
What do you think? 828-240-1059. More of Listener Court brought to you by our good friends at VooDoo Brewing. Coming up on 105.9 The Mount. It's 105.9 The Mount, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show, 8:32. And Listener Court here brought to you by our good friends at VooDoo Brewing. And I want to shout out VooDoo Brewing because they have been with us now for a couple of weeks. And Listener Court, people really seem to, most of the time, side with me. Looks like that's the way it's going right now.
Yeah, well,
handles up or handles down. It's that simple.
Yeah, when it comes to washing your utensils in the dishwasher, is it handles up or handles down? It seems to be
contentious.
And when people talk about it, and they have a discussion, they talk about it with such passion, like it goes on in their household constantly.
Well, you heard what happened between, and if you're just tuning in, I was speaking with my fiance, Baby Hanson. We were going back and forth at it because she's wrong. Now, who do we have on the phone here, Jeff?
We have Bo.
Bo, as in Jang. What do you think, Bo?
So we're one of the few people who don't even have a dishwasher, so we do it by hand. But if I did, it would definitely be handles down because you got all that gunk on your silverware. Well, it's going to go to the bottom, so you want it to drain off. You don't want it to be with a
okay.
portion of it down and all that gunk getting stuck on the end of it where you're going to be eating.
Right, because then you have, obstructions. It's not going to be totally clean. I mean, this is a real thing, right?
Hot button issue, Bo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you so you're saying again, I am in the right again?
Yes, you are this morning.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Look at that.
All right, thanks, Bo.
I really appreciate you, my friend. You really have made Jeff and, Baby Hands look silly. I know we have Carl on the phone. I guess I'll leave it to Carl. I'm already a victor. I don't.
Okay.
But I'll give Carl the last word. I mean, Jeff, is there anything you'd like to say? I mean, you just can't win.
No, I
don't know what's
happening. Not my thing, I guess. Yeah, thanks, Bo. Wow. I appreciate it.
Well, maybe Carl's on your side. 828-240-1059. Carl from Burnsville. Carl, what do you think's going on here? How do you feel, Carl?
Well, here's the thing. You have a basket that you put your silverware in.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if your handles are down, they're the ones that are not getting exposed to the water. So you want the utensil part up. What you eat on should be up, because the basket that you're putting it in is obstructing the water from getting to the silver part.
Right. So the part that needs cleaning, the fork, the knife, the spoon, what have you, it should be, exposed to the water, correct?
Exactly. Now, when it comes to the spinny thingy, there's actually one on top and there's one on the bottom. I always thought there was always one on the bottom, and then one day I pulled out the top rack, and lo and behold, there is also one up there, too. So, therefore, you want it's gravity. You want the water to flow onto the top of the utensils that you eat on. The water will come through the basket and drain out. So, there you go.
Wow.
But the basket itself, if you put the silver down into the basket, it can't spray onto that because you got a basket there that it's obstructing it.
An obstruction of a basket, a clean sweep, and I got to tell you, I can't wait to go home to see baby hands now, my fiance, because you all, everyone, just got smoked. I appreciate that. I appreciate you weighing in. Carl.
All right, Carl.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. All right, there it is. A clean sweep.
Wow. Handles down. So says listener court.
Well, maybe you and Baby Ann should head to VooDoo and have a beer because that was a whoopin', as they say.
Oh, a whoopin', you say.
A whoopin'.
All right.
It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up next.
Another ruling and lesson in the books, and still they learned nothing. We'll just have to try again next week. Listener Court, every Tuesday at 8 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain.
I do not understand on 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock, right here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show at 8:47, why people believe that laxativing your coworker is a good idea. Rizzo and Jeff, are you an anti-laxative guy? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Sorry, Rizzo is an anti-laxative guy.
We're not here during the day. We're not really a part of the the whole office life.
That's not because you don't want to be. We're here before 4 o'clock in the morning.
Correct, right. So we have no business winning employee of the quarter or things of that nature.
Oh, no, we'll never win that.
But that's not we're not here throughout the course of the day to do all the minute-to-minute office types of things, writing cute little things on the board in the kitchen, all those types of things. It's not us. So we don't have a lot of lunches or food that we place inside of the fridge to worry about somebody taking them.
I will say this. And, we've been here for a while now, and we love it, and we plan to be here for a while. But I'm going to tell you something. When we first came here, I won't say names, but there was a person who accused us of not only blowing up the bathroom. If you're a new listener to the show, they said that we blew up the bathroom and stole somebody's lunch.
Yeah,
why did this person do this? Because, I don't want to be known, and maybe that's why people stay away from us, because maybe they feel like we are the steal your lunch guys.
So this was indirectly about how this happened.
Yeah,
so
this wasn't indirect.
But we were new, so initially when these things happened, I guess they hadn't happened before, so you assume right away, all right, it's the new guys that are doing this, none of which we did. But so if you steal somebody's lunch, and I'm sure it happens.
For sure.
Yeah, then you want to laxative it. Look, if you see something that's sitting in the fridge
then
for an
you
extended period
want
of
to
time,
laxative it?
If somebody keeps stealing your food, yes, you do.
So maybe you're an you're a pro-poison.
I come in, I
you're
make a meal.
pro-poison.
Say I made a delicious turkey meatloaf.
Okay, a turkey loaf sounds yummy.
And then I say to myself, you know what? I'm going to slice a bit of this, and I'm making a turkey meatloaf sandwich, and I can't wait to have it, right? So I bring it in. I have, some Lay's or whatever, Utz barbecue chips.
Utz barbecue,
so
right, with that meatloaf.
Right, and I'm ready to go, and then I get to it, and it's gone, and it's gone on a regular basis. Yeah, you're going to get hit with the laxative. We're going to catch you.
Really? Well, I guess maybe I am alone on this. I think this has gone viral. I don't know why people keep doing this, but...
Somebody at work thinks it's really funny to eat the food from the fridge with my name marked on it. So today, I thought that it would be really funny if I were to pour laxatives on all of the food that I brought. And so then when lunch came around, I go to the fridge to see if anybody had eaten said food, and half of it was missing. And then I was reminded of the fact that I put laxatives in my meal today.
Oh, good.
So I sat back and I waited. That first hour, a couple culprits went to the bathroom, and 2 people in the first hour used the bathroom twice. But I got a call that made me leave the office, and by the time I returned, they were no longer there. So I guess I have to wait until tomorrow to see.
So you're poisoning your coworkers, you've narrowed it down to 2, and you're waiting to see who called out. What kind of person does this, Jeff?
A man who is sick and tired, and he's had it. That's it.
Sick and tired?
Sick and tired.
So no, this is a man who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is a man who's gone off the deep end. This is a guy who you need to watch.
No.
All right, a man who would ipecac or poison or whatever you call it, a lunch, a meatloaf sandwich All because what? Because someone took half. Excuse them. Maybe they can't afford to eat and they're afraid to say something. Did you ever think about that?
Well, did you ever maybe that you just maybe leave a note and say, "Hey, I'm starving. Can I have half of your meatloaf sandwich?"
Yeah. Well,
is that what you want to hear? No,
yes.
Don't touch it.
So I'm starving. I'd like your meatloaf sandwich. No, don't touch it. Work extra hours. That's the.
Well, me and you would have a different conversation about a meatloaf sandwich, okay? So if it was my meatloaf sandwich, sure, I'd give you half of my meatloaf sandwich. But if it's somebody I don't know just arbitrarily taking my meatloaf sandwich...
See, now you're lying. You wouldn't give me half your meatloaf sandwich. You would say I'd pay for it.
No, I'd give you half of my meatloaf sandwich.
You'd ask for half the money.
I would not ask for half the money, but I would remember that I gave you half of the meatloaf sandwich. So the next time that I was a little hungry, okay, and I wanted something,
remember that
when the next time that you decide out of nowhere you make a meatloaf sandwich, then I'm going to have half of your meatloaf sandwich, okay? Man, listen,
you are the worst.
When you're in a workplace,
you are the worst.
When you're in a workplace, I'm going to tell you, there's nothing more pressing than somebody stealing your meatloaf sandwich.
A new study says you turn on the radio for the personalities you love. Look, even if it's not the case for Rizzo and Jeff, we're trying. Our reminder to you is they will always be free. So will their podcast. And so we can't really expect too much. 105.9 The Mountain. All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So we've talked about this for months. Two astronauts pretty much stuck in space because of Boeing and issues that were going on. And no worries because SpaceX. And thank you to Elon Musk.
Wow, I guess you got to thank Elon.
Will be making their way. The Thursday's SpaceX launch to the International Space Station is scheduled to go to take a Crew Dragon capsule to the station. It's going to be launched atop a Falcon 9 rocket at Cape Canaveral. Now, the capsule normally carries 4 people, but there are going to be 2 people that are going to be left behind so that the 2 astronauts stranded on the station can be brought back to Earth, and that's going to happen in February. So they weren't sure if it was February, but now we know that in February they're going to be coming home.
Well, according to Brian Wang and his fiancée on the...
Wangy, they call him.
Wangy. According to Wangy and his fiancée on the Space Channel, this was the latest update with Butch and Suni posted last evening, which is nowhere near what you said.
Butch and Suni will be on the ISS until February of next year, and they will be coming home on Crew Dragon. This is obviously very heartbreaking for Boeing and NASA and not a good look for Boeing. So it'll be interesting to see what actually happens moving forward with the Starliner program.
So, obviously, as of last night, they were planning on Butch and Suni 2025, maybe.
They had no plans if it wasn't for Elon.
Well, so Elon comes in with the money and saves the day. You know what? I have to say this, okay? I'm 50-50 on Elon because he got so rich he bought a tech thing and kind of did his own thing with it, the Tesla stuff, it burns up, it doesn't. But I will say to the man or woman that finally brings home Butch and Suni, I think we should have a parade. Maybe I can get them on. We'll never be able to get them on, but I'll do my best to try.
We've tried with
We've actually tried to
NASA,
get
and they don't want any parts. Yeah. They don't want to do anything.
Do you want to know why? Because for those of you who are new to the Rizzo and Jeff show, the Rizzo and Jeff show pretended that the JNN was a legitimate news organization and the White House. We had White House officials on our last show. And they after we started asking them questions about corn cob pipes and stuff, I think they got hip to the game. So we've been banned from all government, all government things. So
all right.
Well, that's good to know. All right. Well, Butch and Suni coming home. Whoop-de-doo.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
So a town is being tortured by one single person that is continuing to send hate mail to its residents, okay?
Like the whole town?
The whole town is receiving hate mail from one guy that they can't figure out who it is, what they're doing, but they know that it's a person that is sending them this hate mail. Now, among the things that, and the many letters that all these residents are receiving, they are sent in plain white envelopes. And they are saying things like they hope for lots of rain so their house can be flooded again and again. Just that's all these letters are saying. Hoping that you are washed away to never be seen again.
Jesus!
One letter actually was directed to one single woman, and he called her an ugly old fat cow. That's all that was said to her. There's a guy named, one of the residents named Jason said, look, it's a wonderful place to live, but somebody is bringing poison to the town, not literal poison, but just sending them all these mean, nasty messages. So he's singling out people and just sends it in a plain white envelope. You ugly old fat cow. I mean, that's rough.
Ugly old fat cows are toughy. That's like calling somebody fat boy.
Right. So you imagine you're at home.
Ugly old fat cow.
Right. So somebody sent, I open it up.
That's like asking a woman if she's pregnant.
Yeah. I mean, they're looking, yeah. I mean, saw you hobbling in, you
pregnant?
Ugly old fat cow. Somebody sent that to me, I'd be so distraught.
Well, you would. I'd hold you while you cry. But here's the thing, and I can admit this. I am very much right now into 2020 murder stuff. And I've learned one thing from David Muir, and I think his name was Jose Quiones.
David Muir, to what? To not do a debate?
Well, that. No, what I've learned from David Moore and John Quiones.
Did he fact check you?
He fact checked me, and he told me that keep your enemies close.
Yeah.
But your friends closer. And so this is somebody who lives in the town. And dare I say, I'm going to go out on a limb. I have no proof of this. This is just my guess based on my 2020 watching. Mm-hmm. I bet you that old fat cow is the one who's doing it.
You think so?
I think that she's the one.
So she sends herself.
Mm-hmm. You know why? Because she's elderly. She's a sturdy gal.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's paying attention to her, but who we're talking? She's on the Rizzo and Jeff show right now. She's talking nationwide. People are talking about her. She wants the attention. She wants a man to scoop her off her feet. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I think it's her.
Okay.
Listen.
Well,
listen to John Quiones. Watch John Quiones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, watch David Muir.
All right. Well, maybe she should lay off the being scooped off her feet thing.
It might hurt someone.
Sit down next to you.
Stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, this Diddy stuff, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's getting a lot.
Okay, you ready for this, folks?
Oh yeah, we got it.
Diddy accused of selling freak-off party tape that involves celebrities for $500 million on the dark web. That's what they're saying. Okay. Now, pretty much every celebrity that has been close to Diddy, from J-Lo to Bieber to Usher, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all these people that were at the party, a lot of them aren't saying a whole lot. Okay. Now, they're saying that this was sold. And there's numerous people that were within this video, this freak-off video. Here are just some of the names. Bieber, okay? Chris Brown.
Rosie.
Rihanna, who I know they dated at the time. Chris Brown, it's possible. Nicki Minaj and Drake, didn't they date a little bit? All those two could be in there. They're saying that there is 45 minutes of solo Rosie that's in this.
Solo Rosie.
Right. Rosie O'Donnell. 45 minutes, just a whole solo clip of her. So,
what about Wilford Brimley?
No, he didn't make it. Oh. But, but there is, so there are many others in this. So, we'll see. There could be tapes coming out. I'm interested in that 45-minute clip.
I got 2 audio clips, and now maybe it will put into context something we talked about in the 6 o'clock hour. So first, here is the audio of a singer who worked under Diddy in his label, saying that he sold the freak-off video for $500 million in cryptocurrency.
Why would he sell his tapes on the dark net? He's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak-off tape that just got sold on the dark net which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah.
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists.
So that's Jaguar Wright, artist. Now, you might say that's pish-posh. But, Jeff, we spoke earlier about a motivational Stephen Baldwin. This came out.
You have heard the expression, the calm before the storm. There is always a calm before the storm, but then so is there another calm after the storm. There's a calm and then a storm and then another calm. And in that latter calm is the preparation for the next storm.
Now, that's Justin Bieber's father-in-law,
Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin. So
talking to Justin.
So
and Haley.
Something's up. Oh, this is going to get good.
I got to tell you.
It's going to get good.
If I had it, $500 million, if I knew I had 45 minutes of Solo Rosie plus all those celebs, I'd have it.
Oh, man.
I'd put it on a Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
I'd put it on Laserdisc. I'd have it on every form.
What are you saying? You know, Elon, forget the astronauts. Just give us $500 million to give us 45 solo minutes of Rosie.
I have been nothing but an advocate of Butch and Suni.
Yeah.
Leave them.
Oh, no, don't
leave them.
Not for Rosie.
From the latest viral guests to driving school buses and having conversations about all the craziness that happens in the 828. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will now be adopting the moniker Stay Weird. Wait a minute, can they do that? More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
Well, it's the Rizzo and Jeff Show, 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock station. 105.9 The Mountain and the Rizzo and Jeff Show like to keep you up on what I call water cooler talk. Now, what is that? You're at the job site. The guys and gals are talking. Someone might be eating a sandwich that they stole. But it's what everyone's going to be talking about today.
Nobody hangs around the water cooler anymore.
Yes, they do.
People bring it.
We have a water cooler in the kitchen.
I know,
people are hanging there all the
I don't
time.
hang
They
and
always
talk to anybody. I fill it up on my water bottle and I'm out of there.
Well, you know what? I'm a water cooler kind of guy.
I don't hang around it.
And so thus began the birth of what I call razzle dazzle.
From Tinseltown to the 828 and beyond, it's time to razzle dazzle on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. All the things that are not fit to print, talk about, mention, discuss, or frankly that important but somehow find their way here. We're sorry, and yes, Jeff can't stand it either. Time for Rizzo's Razzle Dazzle on 105.9 The Mountain. Sorry.
Now, what's everyone going to be talking about today? Everybody listening, for the most part, can harken back to a time when they would be like, man, I need a rake.
I need a rake?
I need a rake. But I also need to get some shorts.
So people are talking about
but I need to get
a rake, and you're worrying about buying shorts as we head into the fall.
Where can I get a rake? Where can I get shorts? Where can I get hula hoops, underpants, socks, but also a soda and maybe a delicious pizza? All in the same place.
I know where you're headed now. And,
I believe you had a W-2 or two from that place?
And let me tell you, it's a churro. And that's what was so delicious.
Oh, a churro. So, what year were you employed? Did you get a W-2 from this place?
1996, 7.
Remember what you were making back then?
$6.75 an hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good for 97. Yeah. I mean, $7 an hour. So, and did you work a full? I mean, that's $340 a week. It's not bad.
No, you did all right. I wasn't full time. No. Okay. I went to school and stuff. But around Christmas time, you got the extra hours, things like that. But you're talking about the only K-mart,
Yes,
huh?
I am. And I'm talking that in the contiguous United States, of course, we're not talking about Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, or Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, excuse me. We're talking about the contiguous United States. Guam, they still have them, but the final K-mart is going to close. And I wanted to maybe walk you down memory lane a bit.
It's a name brand, and it's a
Yeah, K-mart.
K-mart's done, Jeff. The last one. They're closing.
Yeah,
Closing shop.
Yeah, look, I worked at K-mart. I remember that they would do 15-minute long blue light specials. Do you remember the blue light special? So
what does that mean?
Well, there would be like a sale. So you would flash like a blue light if you were in the store. And they would go, attention Kmart shoppers, and some of us and I would have to do it, and you would rush to buy like discounted goods, no matter what they chose that to be at the time. So if it was socks or whatever it was that they were selling, and then you'd run to where the blue light was blinking, and that's when you would get the deal. But you would only have like a short amount of time to do it. So they would do the blue light special.
So, for example, it would go wee-oo, 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 and then they would be like, blue light, 15 minutes, everything 50% off.
No, attention Kmart shoppers.
Oh, please. Sorry,
Right.
you work there. I apologize. How did it go?
Kmart shoppers, the blue light special is in the home goods section, and then you would go there. Yeah.
Is this where you got your panache for radio? Did you do the announcement?
No, I didn't do too much of the announcement. I actually used to mess with them, and I used to take one of the phones off the hook so that they couldn't figure out where it was, so they couldn't get on the intercom to make a thing because I didn't like the manager.
Oh no!
And everybody there when you worked there, nothing was by your name. You were always by like a number. So I was employee 38. It was
so
like
you were
prison.
38.
I was yeah. So they would go employee number 38 to the restroom for a cleanup.
So, speaking of restroom cleanups, how long did you work there, and why don't you work there anymore?
Well, I feel like I had a pretty good run.
Okay.
For what it was at the time.
Okay.
But they used to have me in the back doing stock. I would eat the food, and then they put me to cover the Kmart Cafe. Again,
you were at the K Cafe?
Again, I would decide to make myself lunch while I was sitting back there. So, just a couple of reasons why. I'm sure that's just two of them why I'm no longer there. So the shoplifting and the eating the food without paying for it. So, yeah.
So how do you feel about this?
Yeah. Good riddance. Dump.
Wait, what did they just say? Did I hear that right? Well, they are different, but different like your dog that everyone thinks licks people too much, and they kind of grow on you. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on your radio. And listen, we do get to a lot. And perusing through, it's time for things that didn't make the show. And whilst some of them did, we didn't get as in-depth as I would have liked.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's What Didn't Make the Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Okay, so the first thing, we talked about this at the very beginning of the show, but I think it's worth repeating because, again, we weren't able to delve super deep on it. Flavor Flav is trying to play Cupid. Well, and it is what it is, Jeff.
Yeah, well, the problem with this, Rizzo, is that there's nothing to delve deep into here.
Oh, I think you're wrong.
Okay, all right.
Why wouldn't there be anything to delve deep into?
Okay, all right.
All right, I'll tell you what, listen for yourself.
So I think they're going to be together for a while. I hope they do. And
Yeah.
if they get married, I want to be the preacher.
Yes, I would love that.
Yeah, I want to be the preacher. I want to be the one that marries them.
Yes, I love that so much.
I'm going to throw that out there at them, too. You're the first one to hear this.
What a gift.
Now that's big news.
That he wants to marry Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So he wants to be the one that does it. I'm sure that's her dream wedding.
What? Flavor Flav with a clock and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh boy, you know what I mean?
So what's the in-depth here that you were headed?
Well, listen, people just think he's the Red Lobster guy. This is a man, he's eloquent, he's diverse,
right.
He's interested in love, and I just thought that maybe you should walk away knowing that Flavor Flav's more than just the clock guy who likes a Red Lobster.
What did you say? Eloquent, diverse, and he loves love. So those are the three things. How about he's none of those things? Okay, let's start there.
Rizzo
and
and Jeff
finish
tried
there.
to do the work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Now, there was, and again, they do this every once in a while. They show these younger kids, NFL rookies, things from back in the day, from before they were born, from the 90s. They were showing them VHS tapes. They were showing them floppy diskettes and a cassette tape. And they asked, I believe, 9 or 12 people, and only 3 got it right.
Wow.
And it's like a DVD, VR. I don't know. That's it.
This little DVD thing that you used to put in the VCR? A VHS, right?
Yep. CD.
This is like just a regular CD?
CD? I don't know. IBM?
Floppy disk. Is that what it is? Is that a floppy disk?
Dang, I would have never gotten that.
Y'all got me on this one. I don't know this one. Yeah, this thing we used to put in the music thing, put like tunes and stuff like that.
Yep.
I don't know what it's called though.
This is the cassette, right? The times has changed.
So these are all people that are in their mid-20s, and they have no idea what a floppy disk
Well, why should they?
Well, I mean, I know about ColecoVision. I wasn't alive when it was around.
Oh, I love Coleco. Do you know the floppy disk song? They probably don't know that. Don't copy the floppy, don't copy.
See, I thought you were going the Weird Al, the floppy diskette. I'm the biggest joke on the internet.
No, I generally don't go Weird Al with much of anything, so no.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
I'm going to leave it up to you. Baldwin or Rosie?
Yeah, Baldwin, I'm done with them. I don't like the Baldwins.
Yeah, I don't like the Baldwins either. Live and let live, I guess. Anyway, Rosie O'Donnell invited, if you're just tuning in, to a freak-off by P. Diddy, was unceremoniously denied. It is in our podcast. You can check it out at 1059themountain.com in just a few minutes or on any podcast platform. The in-depth analysis, but Rosie said this. She was invited by P. Diddy, but she showed up, and she was turned away. They took one look at her and said, "Get out of here."
Now, P. Diddy was my neighbor on Star Island. Although I only met him once, he did invite me to his New Year's Eve party, which I believe everybody was wearing white, but we didn't know. And we had on like sweatpants. We didn't get in. They didn't let us in. The doormen were like looking at us and we're like, I'm like, no, he invited me yesterday. I live right there.
And so she was denied entry to P. Diddy's freak off, and how the world could have changed.
Well, I got to tell you, the world, the lives of the people inside, She would have had her own room.
Listen, they would have been called the Rosie Room.
The Rosie Room.
The Rosie Room. Could you imagine?
Now, the door would have been open. Nobody would have came in, but she would have had her own room.
To you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did you think that was funny? Yeah, we're kind of 50-50 on it, but it's still good for these guys. And the show is free, so what did you expect?